Modern Mahjong's back to clear up confusion. Today's topic, which player gets the discard? This is a topic that is very confusing to many players. We get a lot of questions on this. So let's start with the beginning. What happens if two players call the same discard? Typically, easy answer. The player next in line takes priority. If two players want it, one for an exposure, one for Mahjong, the person who's going to win with Mahjong gets the tile and the win. What happens if two players either both want it for Mahjong or both want it for an exposure? Once again, typically player next in line. However, if you look on the back of the card, there is an exception, and this exception is very confusing to players, and while many people think it's new, it's been around for a while. We further explain this rule in our visual companion guide for American Mahjong. When more than one player wants a tile for Mahjong, or more than one wants a tile for an exposure, the back of the card provides the player next in turn to discarder has preference except when other caller has exposed tiles. So what that is referring to is, let's say a 2-dot is thrown and two players both want the 2-dot, but one of the players already picked from the sloping part of their rack some 2 dots and put them on the flat part of their rack. That is the exposure they're talking about. To clarify, this is not referring to a few turns before they already put up 4 dots. Totally not related to any prior exposures. This is just talking about exposures made after the discard was put down. What happens then? So if two players call the 2-dot, one is next in line, but the other isn't next in line, but they already put up 2 dots, they get the tile. They kind of take precedence over the next player in line. So discuss this group with your group. This rule is really kind of a divisive issue. The intent of the league was not to make it so. Their intent was to reinforce that Mahjong is both a looking and listening game. They don't want the next in line player to not really be paying attention and then see an exposure being made by another player and then say, oh, wait a second, I could have called that. I don't want them to get it. Let me call it. I need to pay attention. So many groups are even unaware of this rule, this exception, even if they've been playing a long time. Others might be aware of it, but have a house rule to just ignore it. We believe that the best way to deal with this rule is to incorporate best practices. So another part of the card talks about when your turn begins. Your turn begins when a player either picks or claims a tile. If you expose tiles before doing that, before picking up a discard, your hand might be dead. So you might be saying, well, how does that happen? Let's say a player says 2-dot, but really they put down a 2-bam. Or if you just misheard what they were saying. If you put tiles up from your rack and it doesn't match what was just discarded and you don't have Mahjong, your hand is dead for an improper exposure. So what's really important is to first claim, call the discard, pick it up from the table, place it on the flat part of your rack, add your exposures from the sloping part of your rack, and then discard. By doing this, if everyone did this at your table, it would prevent the exception from being necessary. So let us know your thoughts. How do you guys handle this? Do you follow the rule? Have you never heard of this exception? Let us know what you think. And for more National Mah Jongg League rules, strategies, and increasing your odds at winning, we invite you to like, comment, share, and save this video. If you're trying to learn the 2024 card and you want more ideas on how to pick a hand, backup hands, all that other fun stuff, we invite you to visit modernmahjong.com. We have a PDF that you could save on your phone or download. It is $10 and available on our website. Exciting news, if you are watching this and you're confused, you haven't started playing yet, or you have family and friends that want to learn, Donna and I are doing a virtual 4-part series. We are finalizing dates and pricing and everything and how to pay. We are going to be launching that soon, so stay tuned. Email us at modernmahjong@gmail.com if you want to be on the list to be invited to the class. And finally, any questions about this video, other topics, things that you'd love for us to clarify, things you might not want to say in front of your group, you could post anonymously in our Facebook group or you could send us an email. Ask us. We hope you have a great day and a great game.